Coming next week, when my parents, medical missionaries Tim and Kathy Rice, and my sister Nancy are with you, you will learn how to find the Democratic Republic of the Congo on a map. Travel to the village of Vanga, population 6,000, that lies on the lower edge of the central rainforest area on the Kwilu River. See in action an extremely hard-working crew of 6 Congolese and Swiss doctors who currently provide the only high-level medical care for an area with 250,000 people at the Vanga Evangelical Hospital, founded 100 years ago. Hear of the uphill battle that these doctors and nurses face as they teach Congolese doctors and nurses with very limited resources, in a country which only has 1 doctor for every 10,000 people, and in rural areas, 1 doctor for 50,000 people. Contrast that with the US, that has 27 times as many doctors per capita. Feel the pain and fear of the family of a Congolese woman who got very sick, for no medical reason the doctors could find. She and her family believed that someone had put a curse on her, and when she died a few days later, still with no medical explanation, they felt helpless and frightened. Because of experiences like this, belief in spirits and curses is very strong in the Congo. The staff at the Vanga Evangelical Hospital have a second job on top of their medical one. They preach how Jesus is stronger and more loving than the spirits that seem to control their lives. You will meet my parents, Tim and Kathy Rice, and if you're lucky, you'll meet my cool 16-year-old sister Nancy. Hear how becoming partners with the hardworking doctors and nurses in Vanga is turning my family's life upside down, in the best and hardest ways. You'll find out why my family moving to Vanga actually allows more than a dozen other doctors from the US to go each year as well. You'll probably see my dad, Tim, get choked up as he talks about their vision to train the next generation of Congolese doctors and nurses in Christ-centered, whole-person care, empowering them to make use of the limited resources available to restore life and health across the region. My dad's a pretty emotional guy. And here is the most exciting part. You will be given an opportunity to connect with these doctors, nurses, and other believers in the Congo. You will have the chance to show them how God is uniting believers from around the world to love each other in practical ways. You will meet brothers and sisters you never knew you had. You'll see how God has amazingly provided for all of our needs and is knitting us together all around the world. It's going to be a great time next week. We can't wait to see you. Oh, and one last thing. Next week, you will find out if it's a good thing or a bad thing to have a hippo named after you.